Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 14 of Final Fantasy IX, Take Two. Here with Nathan.
Yeah.
Last time I had to set up the scene and explain what we were doing, but he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
I noticed that we just passed some old guy with a cane there. That looks
Grandpa.
exactly, yeah, he looks exactly like the grandpa that we're going to see in this cutscene. I'm like, I wonder if he just got around that quickly.
Yeah, just beat us to the top of the
Uh,
bridge.
very fit.
My grandpa's a pretty fit man, so not unbelievable.
I've been like, because I watch a lot of running videos. Like every now and then I'll get suggested like these age class runs. Like I watched some like 100-year-old sprinter,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Man, what an inspiration!" But I'm like, the guy took like 40 seconds to run 100 meters.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those too, just like old ladies.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm surprised just going back, that woman was like, I wish they looked more stylish. Yeah, like I don't, she definitely looked like an aristocrat, and I just don't associate aristocrats like taking public transit.
yeah. She's like the embarrassment of the aristocracy.
Just ahead of her time and is concerned about the environment.
Yeah. Just thinking about this grandpa. He's like, "Gee, you're lost. Follow me." He just runs.
Yeah.
My God, he's fast.
This is
But
a
yeah,
nice house. It's a castle, sir. So I'm sorry, it's an airship, sir. Huh?
it's nice to get a second watch so you can make sure not to miss anything. The Hildegard 2, developed with Steam instead of Mist.
Have you been living under a rock?
No, I'm just a foreigner.
Yeah, same expression.
Yeah.
Steam and Mist just seem like the same thing to me.
Yeah, Mist is like a different entity in this world. Like, I feel like Mist is where monsters are from.
Hmm.
I'm guessing the game will maybe explain what Mist is, but all I know is like Mist is
I know what Mist is. I'm a grade 4 science teacher.
Mist is where evil entities are created.
That's my lesson today, kids.
Yeah.
Any questions? Did we just take this man's ore?
I was just thinking about Mist. I had a customer one time because like the meat case I work at, it'll have like an automatic little sprayer thing, just like vegetables do at a grocery store.
Oh yeah.
And the guy's like, "Are you guys putting pesticides on that?" I'm like, "No, it's just water to let the meat not dry out." He's like, "Pfft, okay." You think I'm lying about that? Like,
Yeah. They got openly spray poison on meat.
yeah,
No, pesticides not the same, but yeah, you're like hearing spraying something with like a box that has like one of those like
yeah. And then
poisonous
like a
skull symbols
big
on it.
beekeeper suit. Nothing to fear here, sir.
I just something about lifeguards you probably don't know is when somebody like poops in the pool, something like that, just for
Yeah,
solids, we just scoop it out and that's it. The
yeah.
pool chemicals in the pool will already take care of it. But just for publicity, we will add fake chemicals to it, and sometimes we'll wear a hazmat suit. And I'm always used to people just being like, "Oh, do you got one for all of us?"
Yeah,
And I'm always like, "No."
they all got the same joke for everything.
Yeah, like people really do. It's kind of crazy. And then,
Yeah, just Ruby's been doing a lot of interviews, and they always ask, "Oh, why'd you move to America?" And she'll say, "Oh,
oh
my
yeah, new
husband,"
job.
and then she'll just be like, or they'll just be like, "Oh, I would have stayed in Georgia." And it's like, all right, I've heard this joke 80 times.
Yeah, like what did people know about Georgia from Edmonton?
Yeah.
Like, I guess it's warmer there, but
Yeah, it's not in Canada. The extent of their knowledge.
yeah. Um, what is the temperature in Edmonton right now?
It was cold for like a week, like -5 to -10, but it's really warm, or not really, but it's like 10 degrees for the next week.
Yeah, it's like 10 here, and it still kind of feels cold. Like, I don't like it. Yeah. Do you have something to say about this creature?
Yeah, I mean, not any more than I said the first time, but I don't know if people are even following along because we're not talking about it, but everyone loves that Lowell guy. There's a whole fan club right up there. I didn't even, like, it's a little tricky to realize, but that's Lowell sneaking out in the Moogle suit.
'Cause, yeah, I did not pick up on that. Is kind of funny the second time.
Yeah. Like, I was like, how are you supposed to get that from when you watch it? But I'm like, when you know, he just immediately disappears and comes right in as a Moogle suit. And I'm like, I guess that they tried to make it as obvious as possible without making it telling you, I
Yeah,
guess.
there's like no delay, real delay from when he closed the door and the Moogle entered.
Yeah.
Like, give it at least 30 seconds.
No cookies. But yeah, this whole little section here is very easy to miss. And it gives you two, they're called key items, so I feel like they're important, but just by how easy they are to miss, I'm like, I don't know. Because if I'd gone in this door to the left, either now or the first time I passed by, I would just completely miss it.
Mm-hmm. Would you still be able to encounter him like in the painter shop?
I don't know, because I forgot to check that, but I assume not. Maybe he would.
I assume like you still would. Like he would just be here.
Yeah, he just thinks I'm like, he's like, ah, big fan, eh? Here's an autograph, and then it seems a little less vain when he just
Yeah.
hands you an autograph as like payment.
Mm-hmm. Get the fuck out of my shop, please. I didn't notice that cat up there before.
Yeah, unfortunately, you cannot interact with it.
Did you try hard enough?
I tried. I don't know how hard I should try.
Always, always try your best.
I'm probably way off, but the statue on the right, or the bust, always reminds me of uh, Vladimir Lenin, or one of
Putin?
those communist revolutionists from like the 1920s,
I
30s.
thought you were talking about like Vladimir Putin, like the current prime
No, yeah,
minister of Russia.
because there was like Stalin, Lenin, and some third guy. I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know anything about his policy, so I'm like scared I'll get in trouble saying this, but I always just wanted like a black and white picture frame of Vladimir Putin in my house, just because it's like it feels very like subtle, and people might not like pick up right away, but then they'll be like, well, why do you have this Russian prime minister in your house?
From what I know, like I'm not terribly involved in the political landscape of Russia either, but I'm pretty sure he's like a dictator, and every positive thing is just the media of Russia, kind of with their necks on the chopping block, forced to say something nice about him.
Mm.
And he's like keeps changing laws and forcing people to vote for him to extend his presidency.
I know like him and Trump are friends, which is kind of like one red flag, I guess, already. But
Yeah, and the thing is, like Trump said how he's, hates Russia and China, and they're the scum of the earth. And then there's been a lot of evidence saying that he's collaborated with Putin on a lot of stuff.
I thought Trump loved China, just for like
No,
trading with them and
yeah, I don't understand. It seems like every week he's saying something to contradict his own opinions.
yeah. Does Ruby have an uh Uh, sorry, who would Ruby vote for in the presidential debate? Does she have an opinion on that?
Yeah, like she tried to vote, but she can't because she lives in Canada.
Yeah.
But she wanted to vote for Biden. Not that she thinks Biden is really any good either, but he's the more likely candidate to win of a second option.
I feel everyone just says that whenever they're voting for someone. Like,
Yeah,
that's why I always go third party.
yeah, that's like it's much more open in Canada here that there are like three parties where Canada really is just a two-party system. But I'm like, it's
Yeah.
always going to be a two-party system that they complain about unless they're willing to vote for a third party.
Yeah. I feel people complain if you don't vote, if they don't vote for who you want, or you don't vote for who they you don't vote against who they hate.
Yeah,
It's just no winning. And I feel as a kid, it used to be, keep your vote a secret or something like that, but I feel everyone's just so open about it now.
yeah, it's funny because it seemed like you have the right to keep this to yourself and you better goddamn use it.
Yeah.
Or now it's just like, so who'd you pick? And
Yeah.
it's just awkward if you actually don't tell them.
Yeah. Like, people
I
are.
mean, maybe it was always like that, but
Yeah, I see people post on social media like, I'm a first time citizen and I can finally vote after like 40 years, and just a photo of him with like a democratic poster like in the
yeah.
background, like clearly in blue. Like, who you voted for, so.
But I know she really liked a candidate named Bernie Sanders, who's like
He's kind of fun. Like, I like him.
he's like extremely liberal.
He
Which,
just reminds me of a Seinfeld character, but
yeah, I don't know much about him, but I don't know. Obviously, it's it's a nice pipe dream to have a guy who's so leftist, but it's just also extremely unrealistic that this is going to be what the majority would ever want, because people will always be conservative.
why don't you summarize what's has happened so far?
Let's see. What did we do? Just trying to think. Yeah, not really much, I guess. Like we went down, we saw the fan club. We happened to get some items thanks to Lowell trying to keep our mouth shut, including a Moogle suit and then his autograph. And then there was another scene in the Tantalus headquarters, which is just us chilling and hanging out, where we met some kids who said, we're part of Tantalus now because we got some loot. And Baku, the leader here, said if we got loot, we'd be in. And then we got to see Garnet, who is a princess in a tower kind of trope. She's stuck for her own safety. And now we found out that Cinna, Baku, and Marcus, three of the main five Tantalus members, are fine. They got out of the forest in time. And it sounds like literally everyone got out of the forest except Blank, which was that guy with a little headband over his eyes. That
I figure, are
saw
these guys like villains we like, or are they, or
No, they're our friends. Like you start the game on that ship, right?
yeah,
And
yeah, I guess.
the very first boss fight is the big pink guy with the dragon head on.
Like, they're just designed to look like bad, bad people. Especially this guy on the right, who definitely looks like he's up to no
I know,
good.
possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
But I mean, like we are, a thief guild kind of thing. So we are lowlifes.
Speak for yourself.
You and I are in this together.
Have a respected profession.
The butcher and the newspaper delivery boy. That's what we are.
Why'd you pick newspaper delivery boy?
Just the first odd job I could think of that you had. That was like not respectable. Not that it's like an insult.
Yeah. Good old days of me delivering some newspapers at the age of 20.
On a bike.
I really liked it, actually, that job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you saying like your brakes didn't work and you had to go down this like maybe they worked, but it was just a very like fast hill you had to go down and you're always worried.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think it's my back brakes that didn't work, so I had to use my front brakes.
Oh yeah. You're didn't want to go too hard because it's easy to flip over.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's about the end of this episode. Glad we could be of assistance. We are just heading back to Garnet now, and I guess
Please, sir, use the staircase.
Yeah, we'll rendezvous with her and meet Sid, I suppose. Just showing off the lower floor.
Please use the elevator.
Yeah, I think we go there eventually, so we will get to know what's.
Is this
going
a
on
guard?
there. Yeah, you can tell by his little. Like, they all have, like, sickles as a weapon. I'm like, I feel that's a little intimidating for just, like, walking around the castle. Or I should say a scythe.
Like, I don't know anyone who uses a sickle other than, like, a farmer or the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even consider it, like, a useful weapon to have when there's so many others to choose from.
Especially for indoor combat.
Yeah.
Do these long, sweeping...
Yeah, it's only effective, like, one direction.
Yeah.
So that's, like, a sword or dagger can just slash and cut.
Well,
I guess it is pretty aerodynamic, though, if you get a big wind-up going.
Yeah. Garnet has vanished. Steiner's on the case, and I'm sure we'll follow him soon after. Goodbye, everyone.